Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. Today I will presenting about learning and remembering. My name is Muhammad Fahmi Ikhwan bin Muhammad Sharif. And my group member is Muhammad Ahmad Yassin, Muhammad Akmal Daniel and Muhammad Fakri. For brain definition of brain, this is my image of brain anatomy. As you all can see, I have a picture of brain definition. For definition, I will explain spontaneously. Definition of brain is the portion of vertebrate central nervous system enclosed in the skull and continuous with the spinal cord of the foramen magnum that is composed of neutron and supporting and nutritive structures. And second is a nervous center in invertebrates comparable in position and function to the vertebrate brain. Last one is an organ of soft nervous tissue contained in the skull of vertebrates function as the coordinating center of sensation and intellectual and nervous activity. Can you spot the difference? So this is aphasia and aprasia. The definition of mind, I got three. First one is the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experience, to think and to feel, the faculty of consciousness and thought. Second one is the conscious mental events and capabilities in an organism. The organized conscious and unconscious adaptive mental activity and organism. Forgetting. Forgetting is an apparent loss of information that is already encoded in an individual's long-term memory. So I got 5 points here, and first point is the case of fail to remember be unable to recall. Second, to omit or neglect unintentionally. Third, to leave behind unintentionally neglect to take. Fourth, to omit mentioning leave unnoticed. And last one is to fail to think of, take note of. Theories of forgetting. As you can see, we have memory, and new memory. This is a mind map of the theories, and for green line is proactive interference, and the orange line is retroactive interference.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Muhammad Fakri, one of Freedom's from UP1 Section 1. We are one of the group members in learning and remembering too. Okay, the next slide, I continue with retrieval failure. The first one, according to this theory, we forget because we lack or are not able to use the correct cues to retrieve or access information stored in long-term memory. Second one is neglect or fail to use the right cues to retrieve information stored in memory. The next is trace decay. According to this theory, we forget because memory traces fade through, not leaving them over time. Secondly is this theory suggests short-term memory can only hold information for between 15 and 30 seconds unless it is rehearsed. This is organic cause. Next slide. The first one, when damage to the brain cause abnormal functioning, it is said to be organic, like stroke, tumor, blow to head. Second one is this sometimes will lead to amnesia or Alzheimer. As you can see the picture here, organic mental disorder causes. This one is infections, brain injury, cardiovascular disorders, degenerative disorders, dementia, alcohol, and drugs. Under learning. When material is not learned well enough, it will be easily forgotten. If something is to be retained, it must be correctly learned first. Here is a quote from Albert Einstein. He said, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Forgetting solution. Here have four of tips. Yes. One is daily review. Second one, say it out loud. And the third one, flag keywords. Last one is draw a picture or diagram. The first one is review daily, at least 10 to 15 minutes each day to over notes from class. Second one is say it out loud. Don't become content just to read or listen to the material. Make yourself talk about the material. Third one, draw a picture or diagram. Make an outline or create an image of associate the technical word with its meaning. The last one is flag keywords. Circle words in practice question that cue the answer. Write synonyms for the circle words. I think all of this can help us to recall everything that we learned. Okay, next. This is a retention interval. I think that's all for me.
To present about learning and remembrance too. Let's go. Learning objective. What is a learning objective? A learning objective should describe what students should know or able to do at the end of the course that they never do before. Learning objectives should be brief, clear, specific statements. They also must know what they are learning and why they are doing it. Principle of learning. Learning is a continuous change in behavior resulting from practice. It will be recorded in terms of an increase in speed and accuracy or a shift in type of activity. It can be divided for scientific analysis into acquisition, retention, and remembering. Type of learner is will be included with a memory system of individual which how will the memory run the process of encoding, store, retrieve. Example animal that have good memory. Number one, dolphin. Bottlenose dolphins can remember with less of other dolphin they live with after 20 years of separation. Number two, whales. Whales have also been known for a long time to migrate along the same routes for several years. And they will head south in the winter when the water becomes colder and they need good memory in order to find their way to the sea, to the ocean. Number three is elephant. Elephant is scientists have found that elephants keep a map of the water holes in their area. They always know where to go to get water for the little ones. Number four is monkey. They have been known to remember form and signs and be able to solve puzzle and sort things. This shows us that apes and monkeys have at least some photographic memory. Stage of memory encoding, storage, retrieval. Stage 1 is encoding, the process of acquiring information. Brain is constantly receiving signals. The process of receiving and processing information. Environmental stimuli and are then translated to your brain for a brief period of sensory storage. The five senses provide information. Number one, hearing. Number two, sight. Number three, touch. Number four, taste. Number five, smell. Stage 2, storage. Sensory storage. Brain interprets signals, discard unipotent, lasts a few seconds. Short-term memory holds information from sensory storage, can store 5 to 9 chunks of information at a time. Lasts less 1 minute. Short-term memory, known as working memory, holds information from sensory storage, can store 5 to 9 chunks of information in one time. Lasts less than 1 minute. Item can be moved from short term to long term via processing. process like repeating. Long-term memory, permanent storage of information, knowledge, unlimited span and capacity, language, visual image, physical, explicit memory consists information that we saw repeatedly. How learning and memory work? Number one, role learning. Number two, elaborative rehearsal. Number three, recording. Role learning, repetition of information difficult to retrieve. Concentrate in class, easy to understand and remembering. Find information if you do not understand and do not know. It is nice to see if forgotten and easy to remember. Elaborative rehearsal, thinking process, asking question, making association, connecting new material. Do a revision on previous exam question. Do not repeat the same mistake. Recording, rearranging, changing and grouping information becomes more meaningful, easiest to recall. Stage Stage 3, retrieval, accessing and using the information held in storage. Pulls stored information from your memory closely tied to storage. The manner in which information is stored affects how well it can be retrieved. Recall and recognition, the process of actually remembering something you want to. A match must exist between the clue and the desired target memory. The clue-target relationship should be distinctive. We will see how to encoding specificity principle can work in practice. Relearning, it involves learning information that you previously learned. Alright, thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Akmal Daniel bin Muhammad Isni. I'm from AV11. Today I would like to present about learning and remembering. First, recalling past memories. Recollection. This type of memory retrieval involve reconstructing memory, often utilizing logical structure, partial memories, narrative, or clues. Recognition. This type of memory retrieval involve identify information after experiencing it again. Relearning. This type of memory retrieval involve relearning information that has been previously learned. Recall. This type of memory retrieval involve being able to access the information without being good, answering a question on a field in the blank test is a good example of recall. Recollection. This type of memory retrieval involve reconstructing memory, often utilizing logical structures, partial memories, narrative or clues. For example, writing an answer on an essay exam often involve remembering bits of information and then structuring the remaining information based on these partial memories. Recognition. This type of memory retrieval involves identify information after experiencing it again. For example, talking a multiple choice quiz requires that you recognize the correct answer out of group of available answer. Relearning. This type of memory retrieval involves relearning information that has been previously learned. This often makes it easier to remember and retrieve information in the future and can improve the strength of memories. How to improve retrieval skill on learning. First, study. Second, revision. Third, make a lot of exercise. Fourth, read repeatedly. 5, discussion. 6, mind map. 7, notes. Memory technique. First, give your brain a workout. Second, don't skimp on exercise on sleep. Third, keep stress in check. Fourth, eat a brain boosting diet. 5, make time for friends and fun.